beautiful Scratchers, how have you been these days? Hope you feel really great and awesome. So, we're gonna continue this platformer game and we want to be more professional in actually creating these platformer games. Actually, we've introduced these platformer games in the first episode, and in this episode, we wanted to actually make it a little bit more professional. Let's start from hiding all of these variables because they don't give us any good information to be shown actually here in our game. So in this case, we wanted to say, what if we wanted to touch another color instead of black one? What if we don't want to add a black line into our game and we wanted to have another platforms, another colored platforms instead of this one? So in this case, what should we do? How can we actually make it okay? Because it's gonna actually sense the ground with touching the color of black, touching the black color. So in this case, we can do something instead of having touching color. We can actually add this backdrop to a new sprite here. For example, I wanted to copy this one and create a new sprite and then paste it here. Now, actually it's something that I don't want to show this line. Now I'm gonna actually do something. I'm gonna actually delete the backdrop, actually make it to the black one, and then I'm gonna actually omit all of these lines like this, all of these outlines, and make it center. Yeah, it's okay. But instead of having just this step, I'm gonna actually add another step like this instead of having this one. For example, another colored step, for example, blue is good. Blue maybe is good. For example, here we're going to add some steps to going up. Okay, it's awesome. Now, we have something like this, and we're gonna actually add it again. But you have to be careful about the background, and you can't have the blue background here, blue rectangle here, because this rectangle makes this sprite to touch this sprite everywhere, and every scene. I'm gonna actually make it a scene. And for each scene, we're gonna actually touch this part. But as you can see, we can't see anymore the sprite one, so we need to say, whenever we click the green flag, just go to the back layer, and as you can see, we can just make it to be seen. And instead of touching the black color, we're gonna touch the scene. Now I'm gonna duplicate it, no. This one, yeah. Let us see. Okay, it's gonna be collided with the scene because of the blue background of this sprite. So we're gonna omit it or maybe delete it. And now you can see that it's working. It's working as well as the first one that we've created. Okay, now it makes it more fluent and makes it more professional because we can use other colors in here and we can have some other optional things here, and it's really awesome because in this case you can have lots of things, lots of options and features, and it's really awesome. I'm gonna actually make these steps a little bit bigger, maybe much more bigger. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Now you can see, we can actually go to these steps and then jump to this floor. So I'm gonna make it a little bit, yeah. Now I think you can jump from this floor to this part and this part, and it's gonna be a little bit okay, just to select it because make it to move. Okay, now as you can see, we're just we can just actually okay, it's working. As you can see, we can just come up and go to the other part, and we can have lots of colors in our sprite instead of having just one color for our outline that it makes no sense to a real game. Okay, let's go through any other detail. Okay, let's start changing the level. For changing the level, we have to actually duplicate another custom here, or add another custom here, which means our next scene and our next level. So in this case, I'm gonna actually change this custom name to level 1, and then I'm gonna duplicate it and make another one called level 2, as you can see this. Okay, in this case, we're going to actually flip this scene horizontally for the level 2. It's just because for being easier, we're gonna actually flip it horizontally, and it has to be, actually these two scenes has to be lines up, because in this case, it can actually go and move through these scenes, and if you're not gonna actually lines up these two, we're gonna have some issues, which we're gonna talk about it furthermore. So now the only thing that we have to do is to flip all of these things horizontally. But whenever you do that, it might actually change somehow these things, because you have some overlaps here, and you're just actually out of the actual picture, actually side of the picture. So in this case, instead of flip it horizontally, normally we have to actually add a big square here, which contains all of these things here. I'm gonna actually make the opacity a little bit. Oh, it's not working, but by the way, this square should be actually in the center of the picture, and then after that I'm gonna click all of this, Control All, and then flip horizontal all of these things. Okay, now after that I'm gonna delete this square. It makes me to flip horizontally this place really great and correctly in the correct places. So in this case, these two are lines up at this part. So now it's time for coding. So in this case, we're going to say that switch custom to level 1 whenever I click the green flag, and then whenever I came to this place, actually my sprite 1, come to this place, I will go to the next level and to the next scene. So we have to actually add another custom block here, maybe something for changing scene, might be a good name for it. Okay, for defining this custom block, we need to actually add it to total codes, and then we're going to define it and say because it's in forever loop, we have to just add an if block. We don't need a forever anymore. So in this case, we're going to say if x position is bigger than what. Let me just see where it's gonna stop. Oh my god, it can actually move through these obstacles. Yeah, I have to put it a little bit upper. Now just let me try it. Yeah, it's okay. Now we're going to say, okay, it's gonna actually stop at 249 x position. So I'm gonna actually say if x position is bigger than 240, x position is bigger than 240, what do we do? What should we do? We have to actually go to the next thing and go to the next custom. So we're going to add a new variable called scene or level. It doesn't matter what name do you really want it to have here. Okay, level number maybe is better. Okay, we're going to add a level number here, and we're going to set the level number at the beginning of our code to 1. It means for the next for this first scene, we're going to add the level number to 1 to see this actually level costume. And if X position is bigger than 240, we're going to change the level number by 1. Change the level number by 1. And then after that, we're going to actually make something else. Let me just try and check it again. Actually, it's not working. Why? And it's just going upper and upper because we don't say or we don't actually broadcast anything to the scene sprite. So in this case, we need a broadcast block and say change scene. As you can see, it's gonna broadcast change scene, and whenever I receive change scene, I'm gonna actually switch costume to what? Switch costume to level number. Okay, and we can actually add a level number here as well. Okay, it's working. And now, oh my god, it's gonna go to the next level. But by the way, by adding this level number, it's gonna actually switch to the 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and we're not gonna see any of it. So in this case, what should we do? We have to actually change the X position and put it to this part, maybe to the X position minus 240. So we're going to set X to minus 240 and then try it out. Yeah, it's working. As you can see, it's working and it's coming to the next level. So after that, how can we go to the actually previous level? How can we go there? We're going to duplicate all of these things, and it really needs to change X position and say if X position is smaller than minus 240, just change the level by minus 1. It means just go to previous level and then set X to 240 and then change the scene. So let's try it out. Yeah, as you can see, I can go to the previous level and to the next level. And it's working really awesome. Okay, so now we're able to change the scene whenever we want and go to the next scene. So I'm gonna actually add another level here. It's gonna be a little bit different. Actually, I try to make it a little bit different, but I'm not sure I can be successful in this part. Okay, I try to make it a little bit better and design it a little bit better. Actually, we've made a tunnel here, and we're gonna actually add some coins or even scores here to go and need to be collected. But I can't actually change this part. And they have to be in the same line because of the box. Okay, so now we add a level 3. So whenever I start my game, it's gonna be in the level number 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, it's good. But because of our issues in the actually last level, the last level part, this part, is actually a little bit downer than this one, the surface. And in this case, whenever I try to go from the level 3 to the level 2, we're gonna actually stop in this part, and we can't actually even continue our game. So we have a big bug here, so we have to actually make a solution for this bug to make it work properly. So in this case, we're going to actually do what? We're going to add another custom block here for fixing this collision bug. Fix collision bug. Now we're going to define this fix collision bug here. What should we do? How can we fix this collision bug? Okay, we need to do something. We need to point the direction to 0. It makes it to be to come up and down. And then say repeat until what? Repeat until not touching the edge, not touching the sprite or scene, not touching scene. So repeat until not touching scene. What? We're going to move up and then turn 180 degrees to move down. Okay, and now for each time I'm gonna actually add a little bit to these steps. So how can we do that? By adding a new variable. It can be for this sprite only. I actually name it move, and then we're going to set the move to 1, and then say to move steps. Yes, and then change the move by 1. So if I just make it a little bit, now after these collisions, after broadcast change scene, I'm gonna actually fix collision bugs if we have anything, okay? And we're going to fix it right now, but we have to be careful to click this run without screen refresh because we don't want to see the animation and process of fixing collision bug. So now it's time for actually testing these codes. Okay, as you can see, it's gonna actually change the direction, but for not seeing this direction, I'm gonna actually select these left and right rotation style. For not actually rotating like this, we're not gonna actually see the rotation like that. We can just be to the left and right side. So as you can see, these two are okay. And for this bug, we can see it's okay, but we can see a little bit jump here. Actually, to be honest, it's not that much important to make it okay, and it's gonna become more complicated if I wanted to explain it more about it and if I wanted to fix it in another way. But as you can see, it's gonna be okay, and it's not gonna stuck if one of these steps are not that much lined up to the other one. So in this case, it's gonna work properly, and we can go up to this level. Okay, maybe we have a spot here. Let me just check it. Yeah, because if that's not gonna go through these two. Let's try it out. Yeah. So we change it, and we fix the collision bug. Okay, another thing that we're going to talk about it is the animation of this sprite. We're going to add another costumes or another things for this sprite to make it somehow animated and make it to look like it's moving through right and left and jumping. So we need some costumes for it. We can actually name this costume stand, and after that we're going to have another costume called right, and we're going to duplicate it. Another costume called left, another costume called jump. Okay, for each of these sprites we're going to add some beautiful features. Okay, what beautiful features do we want to add here? Actually, by pressing, oh, it's really big, sorry. So for going to right, we need some lines on the left side, but not these two. These are two actually bold. We're going to add another one and change it. By clicking the shift button, you can have straight and straight lines. As you can see, my hands is not that much professional. Actually, it's not working that much professional, but by adding or clicking the shift button, I can do it well. So in this case, we have 3 lines here. I know these are not that much good, but by the way, it's actually means a lot, and you can understand what I mean if we're going from this part to this part. I think it's okay. It's too long, maybe. Oh my god. No, it's going to. I'm gonna ruin everything. Let me try again. Why it's not working? Maybe deleting is a better way. I think they have to be more closer to each other to make it move better. No, not jumping. No jumping. Okay, I think it's okay. And then we're gonna add these things to the left, actually to the right side of left custom. How complicated is it? And then I'm gonna copy them and come here to the left side, paste them. Where is it? Then I'm gonna flip them horizontally and bring them to the right side. Come here. Yeah, it's okay. It's great and beautiful and cute. And another thing that I'm gonna add here, I'm going to change these eyes to make them look to the right side. Right side. Oh my god, look at the eyes. This one as well. Maybe it's better to delete this eye and copy this one. Copy this one. Group them. Copy and paste them to have another eye. Yeah, actually it seems that it's looking forward to the right side. And we're gonna actually do it for the left side as well. So I'm gonna copy this one, delete these two eyes, paste it, flip it, and then paste it again. Pasting this one is better. Yeah, it's great. I like it. Okay. For this one. Let me just see them again. Great, great. Okay, it's better. Great. So, stand, right, left, and for jump, we're going to change them. I don't know if the eyes is gonna be okay, and it's gonna be good or not, but I'm gonna try it. Like this, oh my god. It's really ridiculous. By the way, I'm just trying something, and it's okay. Okay, then I'm gonna try and copy this and make it for the another eye. That's really ridiculous, I know. What? But it's okay. Now I'm gonna copy these lines for jumping as well. Oh my god. Group them to make them better. Yeah, it's okay. This really look really awesome. By the way, so we're going to add these. Oh my god. Okay, let me just make it okay. We're gonna say that whenever I stop walking and whenever I'm not actually clicking each of these arrow keys, I'm going to be like this costume. So stand costume. So I'm going to add into my forever stand costume to be like this. And then for each of these arrow keys, I'm going to switch the costume to right, switch the costume to left, and switch the costume to jump. The most ridiculous one. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it's great. But it actually makes it makes our sprite to be stopped. For not being stopped, because of these strikes, it's gonna be stopped. For not being stopped, I have to actually add a square, add a gray square for this sprite. To cover all of these lines and actual sprite. Now, in this case, it's not gonna actually stop or stalk in these places. Now, it only needs to make it without any color and really little. Yeah, we can't see it anymore, okay? But we have it here, and it's really good for us and beneficial. Yeah, okay. So we have it here, and as well, it's not gonna actually be stuck for not actually moving. So in this case, we need to fix the collision box as well as we done for changing the scene. We're going to fix the collision box here again, if you have it, whenever we need. And blocks. It's great, but it's not that much good. You know, it's not working that much good and properly because of whenever we use it, it's gonna have some distance. So we need to actually make it a little bit, I don't know, maybe like this, to be really close to our sprite, to make it cleaner actually, you know. We don't want to see lots of distance just because of these lines. Okay, now it's better. But for having these animated things, we might have some issues like this. If you want it, you have to be aware of that. But it's beautiful, I would like to have them. I prefer to have them. It's okay, another one. Yeah, good. Okay, let's try it again. Let's get much more better. So, in this case, whenever I stop walking, it's gonna actually look at me. And whenever I jump, it's gonna actually look at the sky. And for right and left side, it's gonna change. Thanks for 1,000 times for watching this tutorial to the end part. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And so if so, please hit the like button and subscribe and comment below what else you want to learn. See you soon!